Authorities received 64 reports of suspected human trafficking between 2024 and 2025, leading to the identification of 34 individuals, 13 confirmed victims, and 21 others believed to be affected. As experts issue urgent alerts detailing the specific risks and scenarios associated with human trafficking, families of minors and athletes are being cautioned. Crystal Williams reports.
The Department of Homeland Security describes human trafficking as the use of force, fraud, or coercion to obtain some type of labor or commercial sex act. Diane Gordon Harrison, Jamaica's National Rapporteur on Trafficking in Persons at the Office of the National Rapporteur on Trafficking in Persons, ONRTIP's Conversation on Trafficking Forum held on World Day Against Trafficking in Persons 2025, broke the term down further.
Within Jamaica, we have our anti-trafficking law. So it's the Trafficking in Persons Prevention, Suppression, and Punishment Act of 2007. And that provides a legal framework for anyone who recruits somebody, harbors somebody, transports somebody, receives somebody, or transfers them for the purpose of exploitation. And so human trafficking is really about exploiting others for your own benefit or gain, whether that's cash or kind.
According to Detective Inspector Kimisha Gordon of the JCF's Anti-Trafficking in Persons Vice Squad, human trafficking in Jamaica is most commonly associated with sexual exploitation, though other forms exist. She says they have also seen labor exploitation and other servitude as well as forced begging. Mrs. Gordon Harrison gives an example of one such case investigated in 2017.
So the parents said, absolutely. And he took these boys, but instead of having football training, what he did was he gave them sheets that they had to go to the stoplights over different weekends and seek sponsorship from motorists who would stop. They explain, oh, we're going on football, we need to raise money and so on for our gear and plane fare and so on. And so he had these youngsters out in the sun begging, and getting money, mind you. And then he repeated the act on a following weekend.
Mrs. Harrison emphasized at the forum that the country's deep passion for sports can be both empowering and dangerous. She warned that this enthusiasm creates opportunities for traffickers to exploit young athletes.
You can have trafficking in sports. So you are luring athletes or prospective athletes who have a big dream that you're going to get a big contract. Or in the Jamaican context, we don't have big contracts to give you, but you're going to get recognition.
Detective Inspector Gordon also says the form of human trafficking is determined by the type of exploitation. Sex trafficking is the most common form of exploitation, particularly for women and minor girls, being seen here in Jamaica. Exotic clubs and hotels are among the venues under close surveillance by the authorities. Mrs. Gordon Harrison differentiated between various ways sports and sporting activities may be related to trafficking, citing an example of what took place in 2007.
So think back to 2007 when we had the ICC Cricket World Cup. And so massive droves of people who were parts of teams and management and so on were coming into the country. With all of these persons coming in, there is a heightened risk for vulnerable populations, teenage girls who are just hanging out by the hotel because the players are coming back and so on, and one thing leads to another.
The Anti-Trafficking in Persons Unit remains at the forefront of joint law enforcement operations and public outreach initiatives. In the meantime, Detective Inspector Gordon underscores that ongoing public awareness and vigilance are vital in tackling this multifaceted issue. Crystal Williams, CVM News.